Gamers, what's the craziest thing you've heard over voice chat? We were playing Valorant at 2 a.m. on a Tuesday. Just me, my cousin Jake, and this random guy Marcus who'd been absolutely destroying the enemy team all night. He just hit an insane clutch ace when we heard this muffled yelling through his mic. Sorry guys, my upstairs neighbors are fighting again, Marcus said, sounding exhausted. They do this every week, super loud. The match ended, and we queued for another. That's when we heard it clearly. A woman screaming and what sounded like furniture being thrown around. Marcus's breathing got really tense and focused. Actually, I think someone's getting hurt up there, he said quietly. This sounds way worse than usual arguing. I can hear her crying and begging him to stop. My stomach immediately dropped with concern. Jake and I thought maybe he was overreacting at first, but then we heard a loud crash and the woman screaming, "Please don't hurt me!" Marcus went completely silent except for heavy breathing. That's it. I'm calling 911, Marcus said. I can't just listen to this anymore. We heard him dialing while staying in our Discord call. I'm at 425 Oak Street, apartment 2B. Someone's being assaulted upstairs. Police are on their way, but it's gonna be like 15 minutes, he told us. This guy sounds huge and angry. She's still screaming for help up there. I can't just sit here doing nothing about this. We heard him get up from his chair. Marcus, don't go up there alone, I said immediately. That's dangerous. Just wait for the police to arrive. But he was already moving around his apartment. I'm gonna pound on the ceiling and make noise so he knows someone's aware, Marcus said. We heard him banging on something hard. Hey, police are coming! Neighbors can hear everything! The noise upstairs stopped instantly. Complete silence for like 30 seconds. Then we heard heavy footsteps running around and a door slamming hard. I think he's leaving, Marcus whispered to us. We stayed on the call with him until police finally showed up. He had to hang up to go talk to them, but texted us later that they arrested the guy in the parking lot. The woman had been beaten pretty badly but was okay. She thanked Marcus for calling because she'd been too scared to reach her phone during the attack. The guy had a history of domestic violence. 3 days later, Marcus came back online. He didn't want to talk about that night much, but he mentioned the woman had moved out and was staying with family somewhere safe now. Last week, Marcus carried us to our first Radiant rank. None of us brought up that incident, but there's this unspoken understanding now. When anyone goes quiet, we always check if they're all right. 2 weeks later, Marcus told us he'd started volunteering at a domestic violence hotline on weekends. He said that night made him realize how many people need help but are too scared to ask. He sent us each a Steam gift card with a note. Thanks for staying online when I needed backup. Real friends don't log off when things get serious. Jake and I both kept those notes. Sometimes when gaming with random people, I think about all the real lives behind those usernames, all dealing with their own situations and emergencies. And whenever someone goes quiet mid-game now, I never assume they're just AFK.